Hi, I'm John Schroeder, and welcome to another edition of Casey Clips, where we offer quick answers to viewer-posed questions. Today, I want to talk about how to remember and interpret your dreams. First, let me start with what the psychic readings of Edgar Cayce tell us about dreams. Each night, we enter into what's called REM, or rapid eye movement sleep. It is during this period that the astral body takes leave of the physical body to travel to other realms for education and guidance. Cayce indicates that we actually move into dimensions beyond the three we're used to here on Earth. So what do dreams have to do with these nightly astral travels? Dreams are the symbolic messages we learn in other realms and bring back to our conscious memories. It is difficult to explain concepts in higher dimensions to beings in lower ones, but the symbology in our dreams manages to get the message through with the right attitude and effort on our part. Perhaps you've tried to interpret dreams in the past and become frustrated over the strangeness of what unfolded in the dream. Start by remembering how the dream made you feel. Were you anxious, angry, happy, or confused? From there, analyze the major characters, objects, or locations in the dream. How did you react to them? Remember to write down in a journal the dream in as much detail as you can as soon as you awaken. Follow that with your answers to the questions I just mentioned, and see if the dream's interpretation relates to a particular aspect of your life. That may be about a personal or family relationship, or about your job, or even a major decision you have to make. Here's an example of how to interpret a specific dream. A friend of mine was frustrated at how difficult his life had been over the past several years. He repeated an affirmation before he went to sleep that night that he would remember his dreams in the morning. He did remember one, and here's a synopsis of what he told me. He was flying an airplane at a low altitude. His elevation was just high enough over the treetops below that he was still airborne, but he was fearful that he would crash at any moment. He was pulling back on the steering wheel, and with all his might he was trying to gain enough elevation to clear the trees. He seemed to be making no progress at all, but then the plane crested over the trees, and he found that he had climbed to a great height. The earth was far below, and he was in no danger of crashing at all. Now, how would you interpret that dream? Remember that he gave himself a dream suggestion that he wanted a dream to help guide him through the tough times he had been having for years by that point. So the dream would logically be an answer to that question. In the dream, he was anxious over what seemed to be a lack of progress in his home and work challenges. That feeling was mirrored in the lack of elevation and how close to danger he felt he was in at every moment as he struggled to move higher. When he finally cleared the trees, he saw why he had felt like so little progress was being made. He had been climbing a mountain the entire time and finally crested the top of it. What felt like no progress was actually known to be great progress once the mountain was behind him and he was able to see how high he had flown. Another quick hint for interpreting symbols in your dreams is this. There are many dream dictionaries available online. Find one that you like and get a copy for yourself to keep handy when you do dream interpretation. Along with the suggestion of what help you want from the dream state, mention that any symbols used in the dream should correspond to the definitions given in your chosen dream dictionary. Since the dreams are there and meant to help you, your astral mind is flexible in what symbols are used so that you may get the most out of them. That's it for this edition of Cayce Clips. One of our viewers asked if the rumors were true regarding Jesus having a wife and kids, and that history had overlooked or hidden them. It's an interesting question, and it's one we'll answer on our next Cayce Clips. Until then, remember that God loves you with an everlasting love.